How are you? Oh, my name is Jeffrey. This is Ripe Color. I do one after another, so I feel like, I already said hello. Well, hello. How are you today? This is your tarot reading for April 2020. I'm an artist and a healer and a tarot reader. So all the lovely scarves you see behind me are handmade by me. You can check out the link below. I also do personal readings. You can check out the link below. Self-isolating in New York. I don't think I have an accent, but everybody else thinks I do. People go, "Oh, you have such an accent." It's like, no, I'm from here. You have an accent. Okay. Uno más. Away we go. I always throw two for the middle. What's behind you? What's in front of you? Somebody is working their vacuum. I've never heard so many vacuum cleaners in my life. Okay, here we are. It's a big reading. All right, so you recently have gone through, we all have. You've recently gone through a really major transformation. This is the Death card. The Death card is not about death. It could be about death, but it's usually about some sort of transformative property or some kind of transformative event. It could be the loss of a job. It could be the end of a relationship. The whole thing feels like a relationship reading. You know what I'm feeling like? I'm feeling like maybe the job ended, and maybe, this is in the middle of what's going on in the world in April 2020, which is like, 3 million people are on lockdown or more. I don't know. And, maybe there's not work, or sometimes God does for us what we can't do for ourselves, or the universe does for us what we can't do for ourselves. If you go inside, this is a very, this is an incredible card. This is the Hermit. It's the card of Virgo, but it's the card of the Sage. It's the card of checking out our own inner wisdom. If you go, what just happened might feel like it came out of the blue, and it did. But if you go inside of yourself, you're going to know that it was time to move, and that maybe you needed a push. Maybe you really needed the push. Maybe, whatever went down, it's like it happened like that. You got a message, you got a flash, and it was for the best. It was for the best. You don't know where you're going. You don't know where you're going, but what you do know is that it's a better place than you're at, or that you were at. I always feel in this card, I talk about this card as a mother a lot, but I also feel like it's like you lived on a certain plot of land. I get very biblical sometimes. You lived on a plot of land, and famine came to the land, and it's time to go. It's almost like the dust storm in the 30s. It's like we did what we could do, we grew what we could grow. The land was fertile for as many years as it's fertile, and now it's no longer fertile. It's just time to go. Instead of trying to hang on to something that, oh, I want to make it work, I want to make it work. There has to be a time also, or in a relationship, you know, that it's sort of, I really tried, and there was, it was the same brick wall. And maybe it's time to just say, I'm not trying anymore. I'm done. Whatever it is that's finished, you'll know what it is. It's finished. And it doesn't matter. What you need to know is that you're leaving the troubled water and going to smoother ones. It doesn't matter really where you're going. All you need to know is that you're being led by your soul, by the inner light inside of you. That's what you need to know. And there might have been like a word or a quickie message that came through. And it was like, you know, sometimes, you know, you're walking down the street and you'll hear a snippet of I live in New York. So you'll hear a snippet of a conversation, and all of a sudden it will turn something off in your mind. You'd be like, oh. It's kind of like that. It's a little bit like that. So there are signs out there. There are always signs. People are like, oh, how do you understand everything? It's like, just be open to the signs, you know. And if you're not open, say, Spirit, help me to be open and to understand what they mean. Start writing them down, you know. You've got it. It's not like, you're intuitive and I'm not. It's bullshit. I'm just better at it. Just like, you know, we can all make music. Some of us are better at it. That's all. I mean, you're longing for stability. You're longing for stability, but things are just not going to be stable for a little bit, you know. The only sure thing is change. Just like the light on this video. The sun comes, the sun leaves, the sun comes, the sun leaves. There's going to be some sort of creative battle. There might be like a whole conglomerate drama in a family, or a whole conglomerate drama in, I like that expression, in like maybe a place you left. You know, this one has that. Sit back and watch the movie. Sit back and watch the movie. That's my advice. Just sit back and watch the movie. Let it unfold, because it's going to be a while before you see it clearly. I don't think this is the time that you're going to see things clearly. So just sit back and watch, and, you know, think of it like a movie. It's a movie. Sometimes when you go to the movies, it's like, it doesn't even matter if the movie's good. It's like, I got the popcorn, I got my M&Ms, I got my Milk Duds, I got my licorice. It sounds like a lot. I don't really usually eat that much of the movies. Maybe I'll sneak in a tangerine. But just sit back and watch the movie. It's not really... It's time to process information. It's not really time to act at the moment. It's really not time to act. The only action... I'm touching my face. I'm home alone, and like I come home and it's like, oh, I can touch my face. Sorry, I'm a little bit funny today. I think you're the third or fourth sign that this card came up. Hang on to your money. Right now, you might have you might want to play the market. Hang on to your money right now, okay? Like, if I had any money, I'd say, no, I'm going to invest in this, you know, because it's going to go up 20%. And really? Yeah, but that you won't have any food. So what's the difference if it goes up 20% if you're dead? Whatever you see go down in the Conflama drama, whatever you see, it might be very illusory. So I would hang on to my thoughts and my feelings and my judgment and let whatever passes pass. That's what I would do. That's what you need to know is you need to move. You need to move forward. You need to go from a place of drama and all that into smoother waters. That's what you need to know. Where it's leading, you don't know. And it's not going to be clear for a little bit. It's just not. I'm just not feeling that. It's just not going to be clear for a little bit. And that's okay. That's okay. Rely on your light within to guide you. Rely on your intuition. Rely on your feelings as to what the next right thing to do is. This is not a planning time. It's really not. It's, it's not. I like to plan too. But it's just not, like plan for the day, plan for the week. Keep your, what do they call it? Keep your thoughts and feelings, I guess, close to your vest at this moment. I think that's my Libra reading. I'm reading from the Goddess Guidance Oracle. Oh, Goddess, guide us, because boy, do we need it. I wish I had more clarity on this reading. I mean, I think it's pretty clear. You need to, it's time to go. And if something ended very abruptly, and it seems like the end of the world, it's not. It just seems like it. It just seems like it. It's not the end of the world. So, this is like my extra added bonus. I hope you're into the Milk Duds by now, because you know that popcorn. Sometimes I get popcorn at the movies, and you don't want to get a big one, because then you'll eat the whole thing. But before the previews are over, it's gone. And I'm already into the M&Ms and stuff before. Isolde. I don't know that much about this deck. It just has lovely images, and I had it. Undying love. How beautiful. Oh, isn't that interesting? It's a lovely card. Wow. The love you have shared is eternal, regardless of the situation. So this might be, it could also be walking away from a lover, a partner. I like to say lover. I grew up in the 70s. It's like, you're my lover. Oh, we're lovers. Oh, we're partners. It's like, partners? We're fucking. We're not partners. I know, Libra, I know you're ruled by Venus, and there's something very ladylike, whether you're a man or a woman, there's something very, about you. But pretend no one's around, and just pretend for a moment, okay? So, it might have been the end of a relationship, and just because you're not with someone or choose not to be with them at the moment doesn't mean you still don't love them. It doesn't mean they still don't love you. Love sometimes means I've got to go. Anyway, it's a lovely, lovely card. The glare is killing me. Her name is Isolde, Isolt, and you can look her up online. I don't know that much about her. When the Greeks and Romans come up, I know about them. Is that working? It's a lovely, lovely, lovely image. The love you have shared is eternal, which is the truth. There is nothing such thing as time anyway. This is just part of the movie. The movie isn't over. It's just part of the movie we're in. It's the climax of the movie at the moment, you know? Hang in there. Rely on your inner voice and know that you're going to a better place. Know that we're all going to a better place. It's just a really dark, crooked, wild beast filled road. But we're all going to make it. Most of us are going to make it. So have faith. Keep moving. And what you see and what you feel, take it with a grain of salt for right now. Trust this as opposed to this or this. Trust this or what you hear. Oh, I heard, I saw on TV, or I think. Put all that on the side and trust this. Trust this. Go into your feelings. You know, go into your feelings. You know, if you're ruled by Venus, you know, Venus is all about her feelings. So go there and that'll lead you. I know it might be very challenging for a lot of people. Evidently you're up for it. Otherwise it wouldn't have come up. Blessings.